Hello, hola mi gente, ¿cómo estás? How you doing? How you living? Moving horribly. So, I've been having allergies for like 2 weeks. I tried to vacuum the room after a little third storm leaves the room, but it is not working. So I feel like there's another allergen or some shit in this room. Cause at night, like my throat is so itchy. Oh my gosh. But anyways, today is Wednesday. I wanted to say Thursday so bad. Wednesday the 9th. Oh, it's my 1 year anniversary today in investigations. I ended up having to leave work early because I'm in so much pain all over my body. I don't know if it's because my period's coming, but like the nerve pain is so bad right now, all over the place, and paired with not being able to breathe and migraines that don't allow me to complete the day. Like today and one time last week I had to leave because the migraine was so bad it was making me nauseous, and I'm sitting there like trying to help everyone, but I'm so like out of it and my head was hurting so bad. So I left today right after lunch. I was like, I'm trying to make it, but I just can't. So I laid down for a bit and I just have pain. I think the migraine's caused by what's going on in here. This is like where part of my injury was from the car accident, but oh my god, like when it gets re-triggered and it's nerves, it's so painful and I want to cry, but I'm a big girl, so I'm gonna deal with it. So this week has just been kind of weird. It's only Wednesday. It's like only Wednesday and I feel like I've gone through so much, but it is what it is at this point. Work has been chill, but it's also been a little like hectic at the same time, but for the most part it's been pretty chill. Personal life, it's kind of always a little bit of a shit show, but I kind of like it that way, you know what I mean? You never know, expect the unexpected. So there's that. Tomorrow I'm supposed to have a bridge put in my tooth, my bald in the back tooth. But I like putting my tongue right there, so I changed my appointment. I don't know, I think I need to keep it until after busy season and then I'm gonna do it because it helps me with my stress and I will grind my teeth if I don't do that. So I'm gonna keep it till after busy season and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the bridge in. I'm gonna miss it because like it's just, I don't know what it is, like having it there. Maybe I'll put like a piece of a grill there. But don't grind your teeth, guys, and then chip it and ignore the pain, because that's how I ended up without that tooth. Was chipped and then it got into a bad position after the chipping and I had so much nerve pain right there, but I was just like, oh, it's just because it's chipped, but it was slowly dying. So yeah, if you're a tooth grinder, like really be careful. I've been this way since I was a kid, so I'm actually surprised this is the only thing that's happened due to it, because I've grinded my teeth like my whole life. It's just a way I deal with stress and I clench my jaw. So like be careful with your teeth. You only get the 2 sets, so be careful with them. I mean, obviously you can go get veneers and all kinds of shit right now, but I don't know, that is like such a like a stress reliever for me. It's like a little lizard. But I've had it for damn near a year like that, and I'm just like, if that's what eases my stress without me like clenching and like grinding, I'm gonna do it right now. And my dentist hates the fact that I have that, because he's like, you have such a beautiful smile, while notating that I was a thumb sucker and notating that he wants to work on these 2 front teeth. Well, honestly, I feel like they shifted when I got this crown, so I don't know, this side of my mouth is like fucked. But I mean, it is my dominant side. I do feel when I clench it, because I mean I still do clench it mostly in my sleep, but it is so much better than it was a few years ago. So I'm oh my god. So I'm happy for that. The roster. Okay, so pretty much let go of everyone on the roster. I literally started hating everyone that I was talking to, and it's not my period. I think it's just that I know what I want, and I'm like moving with, like, I don't want to invest time in what I don't want, and I'm just so tired of what I don't want, you know what I mean? Like, I already perfected the things I don't want, and now it's time to tune in on the things that I do want as far as a relationship goes. And so yeah, I pretty much let go of all that. I had some like pretty interesting I have 2 alarms set every day for my emotional support human to take her medication twice a day. I had an alarm. Oh, it's gonna go off tomorrow. Fuck. I need to take that one off. It was for my cousin to get her fingerprints done, but she already confirmed that she did that, so that can be off my list of alarms. So yeah, hit me up if you have an alarm set. Because I've been doing the twice a day meds for like over a month now for my emotional support human, and I've missed like last weekend because I was like out of it all weekend. I didn't feel very well, and I felt so bad that I kept missing it. So let me go to my clock and take that off. This is hers, this is hers, so we can delete this alarm. Okay, so I have 2 alarms for her every day. You could see my list of alarms right there, and I have one, so it goes 7:30 is for me, 7 o'clock is for my friend, 8:30 I don't have that alarm anymore, so we can delete it. 14:30 alarm, no longer need it. So it's the 7 and the 1900 that we have, and my 7:30 a.m. alarm. So, and then I have on my iPad 2 alarms. It's at 6:30 a.m. and 1 at 8. So 6:30 is when I should promptly be getting up. 7:30 is like, bitch, you better get up right now. And 8 o'clock is like, this is your last time to get up. So if I don't work out, 8 o'clock is my last alarm. If I do want to work out, 7:30 is my last alarm. So that's how those alarms work. Not that you asked. But I'm telling you anyways. No, I literally just set alarms for reminders because not everyone is good at it, and she said she wasn't good at taking her medication, and I was like, I'm fully committed to making sure you take them every day. I don't take my own meds, but I'm gonna be here to help you take yours. So that's where we're at with that. I literally don't know how I've survived work or any other situation without her, so I do have to keep her alive, and she does have to take those medications. And she's my lifeline. I don't know why I'm emotional thinking about her. Hey, calm down. I think because I feel a shift happening, and while I'm very happy for her leaving our department and possibly being kidnapped by another department, I'm going to miss the side-by-side work that we do together. Over someone I've never met in person, but I feel like I know her more than I've known a lot of people that I've known in person, is the crazier part. So I want all great things for her, and I always encourage her to like move on and do better, because I want everyone around me to always win, and she deserves it out of everyone. Like, I wouldn't know all the things I know in my department without her, and she's my go-to person for literally everything. And it's super sad that I don't trust like a lot of people, even leadership. Sometimes I really trust her with every single answer that she provides me every day. So that is the codependent relationship I've developed with my coworker. And the oddest part of it is I don't really allow myself to lean on people like that. Why am I so emotional? I'm hoping it's my period, but you know I hate blaming my period. But I don't allow myself to lean on people the way that I have leaned on her. It's just really hard. Like, I don't like to let my guard down. I don't like to let people in. So like I said, what I've developed with her is far beyond any relationship that I've ever had, because we lean on each other. And you know, she even says in her times, like, I've never been dependent on anybody. It's just been me and the whole time. And now, like, I feel like I have to come to you and we go to each other. It's tough, I swear, but it's good and it's bad, because as us being hyper independent people, I think like if something happened to either one of us, we would crash and burn. And it's not even that she won't be in the company anymore or anything. She's in a different department, and I did see from her being in training that she is still in with, you know, she's still there, she's still my ace. But I want her to be able to feel like she can be more present learning her new position, even if it is temporary. Like, I want her to be able to feel fully present in that position. So I make sure that everyone comes to me with their questions. I mean, yeah, we do have leadership, and I guess you can go to them too, but they've come to rely on her. And and it's a high compliment, because I'm one of the newer people on the team. So for the people that have been there, that are OGs, that come to me with their questions, it's insane. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, why are they coming to me? I don't know. But they trust my answers. And like I said, in that little project we did, they said that they saw me as a competent person, but also a lot of it was around my humor and how approachable I am. But competent was one that just shook me to my core, just because I don't feel that way, even though when I do come across in meetings, it probably looks very different to them. But like my old supervisor said, fake it until you make it. Look at my Ninja Turtles. I can't even see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who's the blue one? I always get this fucked up. Anyway, okay. Red. Okay, purple is Donatello for sure. Orange is Michelangelo. Blue is Leonardo. Red, Raphael. I'm rocking some Raphael and Leonardo. I know for sure Donatello is purple, because that is our turtle's middle name, Hennessy Donatello. And I know Michelangelo for sure is orange, because he was my favorite one as a kid. So it's always the other two that I'm like, oh, who are they? Anyways, so there's that. Like I was saying, I've had some very interesting conversations in the last few days. Now, I don't know how seriously to take like a lot of the conversation, but it was something that really opened my eyes to kind of like where I would want to head next in my life. And it was about marriage. It took me a while to see my value as a woman, as a partner, and so yeah, thinking about all that, it just made me consider, like, I want to be able to feel safe in a space, you know? Like, when I'm with my person, I just feel absolutely safe without a doubt. I don't have to worry about certain aspects of life anymore that I used to have to worry about and walk on eggshells. And I'm hoping that if I ever did get into that position, things don't trigger me into moving like I used to, because I don't see myself nearly as, you know, close to the same person. If anybody had seen me like prior in my married years and they see me now, I'm wildin', like, oh my god. But I also have calmed down so much, because I was wildin' a lot. Like, if you understood the amount of energies I've had around me since 2021, it's kind of crazy. But you say I consistently had stayed single no matter the energies around me, just because I'm a frightened person. However, just to be allowed to let that guard down and just be free with somebody and for oh my god, for a person to be in my energy and feel safe too, because I would want that reciprocated. I gotta make sure she took it because like 13 minutes now. I would want the person to feel safe in my energy too, and I do liken it to my relationship that I do have with my, I don't want to call her a coworker because she's so much more than that to me now, but she is my work wife. Her husband is fully aware that we're in a throuple, and he did actually talk to me on the phone the other day because he wanted to tell the news about her new position. I was like fully expecting to talk to her, and it was him. But I like those types of things. My battery, the mug, but I would have never touched it. But I would have never touched this. Oh. Anyways, she's my work wife, and I do really like, we do work as if, you know what I mean, like we check in with each other, all kinds of stuff, our opinions, thoughts, all that stuff. I want a relationship that I liken to my relationship with her, because it is kind of like everything I ever dreamed of for a partner, where we do consult each other, we do consider each other's feelings, and when we are like in a part where like she feels one way and I feel another, we always meet in the middle and it's no bad blood. Like I'm like, hey, and I'll always back her up. Like if we're in a chat with a whole bunch of people, I'm like, I support her decision. So it's pretty much, you know what I mean, and she'll support mine, so we do go into it like backing each other up. And a united front is really important in a relationship, and it's something that I did not have, that united front, and so I do want that united front. And then I had the thought in the shower today about like the person that I would pick. Would I pick based on me, or would I still put into consideration how much do my kids weigh in the decision that I make if I were to ever remarry? Because obviously I do. I love this song. So obviously I do want them to experience a healthy relationship, a healthy male role model, somebody that Kimana would want to walk her down the aisle, you know, and it's her time, and somebody that Taj could go to if he had questions. Even though they are adults, they did miss out on a lot of male guidance, because although my dad was there in the years that I feel like it should have happened, like it was important, they weren't open and discussing a lot of things that were happening in their life, and I can see why, but I do want them to feel safe in someone's energy as well, because it's equally important for all of us to feel safe, you know? Oh my god, I love the smell. I've never lit this. Let's see what we're working with, baby. And I'm definitely keeping this jar. Like, it is a good quality fucking jar, and it's from Ross, I believe. Go there. Let me not breathe, child. Yeah, it's from Ross, and it was $10, but the quality of that, beautiful, and it matches my room. It's a vibe all the time. So let me check in on her really quick. Sorry. So those were the things that I did think about. I do have a lot to think about, a lot to consider, and I do want to thank Terrell for opening that dialogue with me, because it did actually make me think about so many aspects of entering into another marriage. And if I considered it, because I really, until that conversation, hadn't even like considered it, and I really like don't see like the future. Like every time I look at the future, I had never seen anyone in the future. It's crazy. And there was this one time I did see one person, I saw him in a future with me, and I was just like, that's weird, because I never have anyone picked out, thought of for the future. And I just think like we were a vibe on the porch, you know, drinking and smoking, just vibing, you know. And it was a good time. It was great. Like, I was looking at my grandparents' picture yesterday, or no, like 2 days ago, and because I didn't work out today, it was yesterday. Okay, so I looked at my grandparents' picture in the garage along with Muhammad Ali, but my grandparents' picture, the whole workout, I was just fixated on looking at this collage that I put together of them, and I want that. That's what I want. I want the person that, you guys know I can't talk about them without crying, so emotionally I'd be it. The person that wakes up and makes my coffee for me, and, you know, we talk about the news and we discuss current events, and we put puzzles together, and we call each other mom and dad, and hug and kiss all the time. And I just look back at that relationship with just such fondness, because, you know, he would be up first. He always made the coffee, and she would wake up and it would be there at her little circle table, and he would sit with her and they would talk and talk and talk. And I didn't realize then just how much talking went into a relationship. You guys know I'm not quite a talker. I'm like a talker, but like I'm a D&D-er too. But for the person that I love, I'll communicate all day long, all night long, just to be like, I just wanted to say I love. I just called to say I love you, and from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, I'm gonna play that. It's playing right now. Oh God, but yeah, I would become that communicator for that person. But that's, I think, the goal for me now. Like today, a guy was like, hey, you gonna pull up? And I was just like, no. Just no. Before I would lead him on and do all kinds of shit, and I just really got over it. I actually didn't lead him on. I kept telling him, like, I don't pull up. So I don't actually lead him on. And then I just finally, he's like, are you gonna pull up today? And I was like, no. I said nope in the period. And he's like, okay. I mean, you have to stop asking at some point. It's been going on for a month and I'm not doing it, sir. But yeah, and then I have to find a way to get the Kevin Parduse out too, because I don't want to talk to him either. I think I ignored him from last night, sadly. I hate being that person. Yeah, but I don't know what to say. And what you doing, 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 what you doing. For somebody in their 40s, they get the fuck on. So no, that's a no for me, dog. But I knew that before. I don't know why I was delicately being like, I don't think he's my person. He was definitely not. And yeah, so I know what my eyes are for the prize. The prize is a relationship modeled after what my grandparents had, and with his dying breath, and this is legitimately his dying breath. And I always tell you guys, he's always told me, well, not always, but told me before he passed away while he was in hospice, that he's glad that he was going first because he couldn't bear the thought of living without my grandmother. And I don't want the person to die before me, but I want that love. I want that type of love. I want the love that you know, my surrogate grandparents down the street, they couldn't be without each other and unfortunately ultimately passed together. But I'm looking for that. That's what I'm looking for, is that the one that can keep me safe emotionally and physically, financially, all that stuff. Like, I'm just looking for my person, and I hope that I allow that person in when that person comes to me, you know, like, because I'm pretty closed off, and I realize I say things to be saying things sometimes, so I don't want to do that, and I don't want to like be facetious with people. I don't want to lead anyone on. I do want to like I want to just do things right. I want to come from the right place in my heart. I want it to be open fully so that the person can receive the love and feel the love and not question anything about what I'm providing to them. And I want to feel the same way. Like, I want to feel what they're giving to me is genuine, authentic, and it's not something that's like after 3 months gonna dissipate. Like, I'm me, and I'm always gonna be me. Like, I do have a huge heart, but it's just closed off at times, and that's how I got through girl season, really, is not having any emotions. Like, Kimana and I talked the other day, and she was like, you got like fucked one time, and you were like, nope. And she's never seen me cry over anyone after Terrell, like, never, because I didn't have feelings. Like, I shut all that shit off. He was the one that I let come all the way in, and it hit me like a ton of bricks, like a whole fucking ton of bricks, and it necessarily like never ended. It's been an ongoing journey for us since we met. Like, there's times that we go in and out of each other's energy, but it's kind of like this to be continued story that we just always have. Where does it end up? I don't know, but it's always to be continued. It's never like a closed chapter. I've closed so many like chapters with so many people in the last few years, but I never closed his. It was like always like, and then and then you just wait for it to go to the next part of the story. It's just in and out and in and out, and that's how it's been. There probably has to be some driving force that does bring us back together, because why, if you think about like our timeline of being in each other's presence versus how long we've been in and out of each other's energy, it's been a long time. So compared to our couple months, like maybe 2 months dealing with each other, not even, because we met him at the end of June, so until the beginning of August, so not even. So that was a little bit of time. Slept together one time times 10. And then that was it. Honestly, we had one like night of being completely intimate and passionate with each other, and that was the only night. Other than, well, maybe the other, not really. You were alright. That was like PG. But why do we always come back to deal with each other? Like, what is it that brings us back into each other, you know? So I guess one day we'll figure out like where does all this go? Where does it end up, you know? Because I have several people that stayed in my energy from our first encounter. The principal is one. He's been around for 2 years. Jeremy, Jamal, they've been around. Terrell, obviously. I have DeCaven, who's been in my energy since 2001. Honey, 2001. I have the military dudes that gave me my first little threesome experience ever since I think like 2021 came out. I said so I feel like, you know, a lot of the people I deal with do stay in my energy. They do stay around. We still talk, you know, to each other. And if they're in town, like, hey, they'll hit me up first. So maybe just went down. It was like cool at the beach, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Dathan. Because yeah, I had contacted him about my cat. I just want to know about my cat. That he gave him away, y'all. But yeah, he always commented on my energy and everything when I was around him, and he kept my Douce bottle from 2 years ago on his fridge. I thought that was so cute. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, you still have it? He was like, yeah, and he started smiling, and I was like, oh my god. He might as well be in the military as often as he's away, so I understood why he gave my cat away. But I miss Tux so bad. He was like my littlest baby too. I had taught all these motherfuckers pets, okay? If they have pets, they become instantly my children. And because I don't want any more children, like, that's perfect for me to have fur children. I got scaly kids, got fur kids, so, or hard shell kid, 1.5 shell kid, turtle power. And before I even got Hennessy, I got the Ninja Turtles sweatshirt. I can't wait to be able to bust it out, but this weather, honey, it's looking funny. So, I feel so bond. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, let's look at the weather because it's asshole ass weather. Okay, we're looking at 90s all till Sunday, then 88, 84, 81, 81, and 77 on next Friday. My mom's is like 72, 76, 78. So you know what I need to add? Love language for me, okay, is adding your city, your weather city to my list. So like I have my work wife on here, and let's see, there we go. Oh my god, well, ooh la la, shit. Alabama is looking pretty nice. I'm gonna add him because it's my love language. On here I have my mom, I have my grandparents, Las Vegas where my cousin is, Kentucky because honestly the houses out there are so beautiful, and it's like big land, so nobody lives there that I know of. But I have Anna's weather on here, my work wife, and then I add Terrell's. So just because I'm nosy about weather is like my love language. That and music. If I share music and I add your weather, then I'm totally in love with you. Yeah, so but you can mainly see that it's like either my family or my friends, but she is my work wife. Even her husband will message me and be like, can you do this for your work wife? And I'm like, yeah, obviously. But you guys, I've just come to a lot of realizations, and I think like obviously when I was taking the 3 months like to be alone and pushing people away, it was just due to the fact that I wanted to figure out, like, is this what I want? Like, do I want to continue down the path that I'm on where I'm just like entertaining multiple energies and kicking them to the curb, you know what I mean? I didn't have a problem with it because I wasn't connecting with any one of them. Like, I would just be like, oh, alright, and whatever, and just not deal with them if I didn't want to, or if I did, I did. But for the most part, there's the 4 people that I always just dealt with, you know, like I spin the block with, or, you know, like those are my 4 people. But the one I was just always curious about was Terrell, just because we didn't get no spin the block time. Like, we just had, I love Sir so much. We didn't have any spin the block time. It was just constantly like being in each other's energy, and I don't know. And he met my mom kind of, well, like on FaceTime, my baby sister, I think. He definitely met Nate, and it's always gonna be my favorite like memory of him because they were two turned together. Like, it was just the cutest thing, and I think it was like, ooh. I think it was in that moment that I was like, damn, like, I really, really like him, you know, because he and Nate were matching, and he was like, let me talk to him. And he told him, and then Nate was like, are you have pockets on your, they had basketball shorts, and he was like, yeah, I have pockets, and he showed him the pockets, and Nate was just so geek about these pockets and this white beater, and they're matching, and he would always ask for him after that, where's friend, where's friend? And I'd be like, oh, he's at work or whatever. And if I would talk to anyone, any male on the phone, he would be like, is that friend? And I was like, no, it's not friend. Because I didn't want him to like ever be attached to somebody that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want, and that's my kids too. They're older, but I'm so weird with this stuff. It's just, I think it's part of my childhood. God, I'm triggering the fuck out of myself. My mom just brought my dad into my life, and I wasn't ready for any of that stuff. If you imagine a child leaving an environment where, number one, they witnessed abuse and had to protect their parent at a young age, like 4, and then going to your grandparents, you're feeling safe, feeling vulnerable, and you could open up and you could feel like all the emotions and try to get them out. They were just trying their hardest not to keep me in that shell, not realizing what was keeping me in that shell was just not feeling safe and scared. So going from abuse, going to feeling safe, and then going to this environment where I had never met this man, and I don't know what his intentions are. I don't know what his heart is. I don't know anything about him, but having to live with him, like, without any proper introduction. It's like, hey, and then surprise, you're having a sibling. Like, all of that was just so overwhelming to me that even with my, like, knowledge of knowing my kids are adults, I think about those things, and I try to be very, like, delicate in energies that I bring around. So anyone that's ever been to the house, I still haven't introduced them to the kids. They don't interact with them. I let them know they're coming over, but I don't let them interact with them. I don't like any of that stuff. It's just strictly me and that person interact, and then I'm like, okay, bye, go. So I'm just very like sensitive to those things, and it may be dumb because yeah, they're 24 and 21. Like, I'm pretty sure they can handle meeting somebody without developing like a connection or an attachment to them, especially my son. But I just think of little Tori, who was having hard times trusting and dealing with stuff like that, and I don't want to ever put them in a position where they get attached to somebody and they're not there. It for your good girl tonight. It was very, very nice catching up with you. Halfway sober. I'm just like, I only took like one hit for my pain and it didn't even do anything. So I mean, it did make me like drowsy a little, and that was probably it. But other than that, I really didn't do anything. I'm completely in my straight right mind. I don't want to come to you every single time. Like, I'm out of it. But on the weekends, I do let loose, you know, Monday through Friday. Well, Monday through Thursday, I'm pretty like, no, Sunday through Thursday. Well, Sunday depends, because if I start early, but Monday through Thursday for sure, I'm pretty much like, very much like strict with it. 90% of the time, unless I'm in pain or I'm having like some severe anxiety or something. And then on the weekends, hey, it is what it is. I'm not much of a drinker. Like, it sounds like I drink a lot, but I actually don't. Like, I talk about it more than I actually do it, only because like I feel like it hits me so much faster, and I tend to make really bad decisions, and that's why I think too, like, I've been really good right now, is because I haven't been drinking as like at all really. When I do, I tend to like wow out all the way, so I'm gonna try not to do that unless I want to, obviously. But yeah, 90% of the time I could say alcohol made me do it. Like if I'm toking or whatever, it doesn't affect me in that way to make me like make horrible decisions. So I definitely know which ones to use for which occasions. Like butt stuff definitely would be like, you know, alcohol. Takes the pain away. But like normal everyday things, nothing more token, like just relax, go with the vibes. But yeah, I definitely talk about it more than I do it. Henny, like if I do Henny White, which that thing is magic. It's only one shot and I'm good to go for good 24 to 48 hours. It's pure magic, okay? Henny Black, I can do a lot more, you know, like shots with them and everything. That Krishan Henny, I don't even fuck with it. It burns your throat. It's really like, I don't know, Induce. Like, I drank that for a little while. Burns your throat. Like, just things that burn your throat. Like, Clase Azul is like what I want next. It's like water, but I feel like it would be such a dangerous thing because it's like water, you know? But also, I don't like mixing stuff because it gives you a headache and a hangover and, like, you know, like, I do, and I am a bit of a cheapskate because I do enjoy Fireballs like more than I like to admit. I like Fireballs. It feels like something's burning. So I do like Fireballs more than I care to admit, but they're good. They taste good to me. They taste like candy, and I have Fireball the candy. I got like the big one from Sam's Club, I think. I hope he didn't leave and just walk off. So yeah, that's pretty much how that works. But like I said, 90% of the time I don't drink. I just talk about it more than I do it. I save it for special occasions like going to Vegas, because that's how I carry my own bottle with me. Like when I do want to get fucked up, I get all the way fucked up. But I think I'm gonna tote this time because I did some stuff. And that happens all too often because those goggles be on. Oh, I'm about to leave, but it was nice again chatting with you. I was about to ask, I'll talk to you like I'm at work, and before we disconnect, is there anything else I can do for you at this time? Oh my god, I should tell you guys about this case I had today. It was like wild. But anyways, yeah, so before we disconnect, was there anything else I can further assist you with? Y'all are good. I'm good too. All right, well, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and thank you for clocking in to Life of Paz.